My name is Officer Sanchez, and today I will be conducting your citizenship interview. Now, can I please see your ID, your permanent resident card, and your passport? First, we are going to do the reading and writing part of the interview. Please read the following sentence out loud. Now, please write down the following sentence. Columbus Day is in October. Columbus Day is in October. Columbus Day is in October. Now we are going to move on to the civics test. You need to answer 6 questions correctly, okay? Why do some states have more representatives than other states? Who was president during World War I? What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803? If the president can no longer serve, who becomes president? What stops one branch of government from becoming too powerful? What is the name of the national anthem? What do we show loyalty to when we say the Pledge of Allegiance? What are 2 parts of the U.S. Congress? What ocean is on the west coast of the United States? Great, you did very well. Congratulations, you passed the civics test and the reading and writing part of the interview. Now I'm going to ask you some personal questions, okay? Is there anything that needs to be updated on your application? Okay. Who helped you fill out this application? What is your complete name? Can you repeat it one more time, please? Your full legal name. Will you be making any changes to your name? And what other names have you gone by in the past? When were you born? Where were you born? What is your full Social Security number? What is your phone number? What is your height and your weight? How many years have you been a permanent resident? How did you get your permanent residency?
¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo te está yendo con la práctica? Recuerda que si te gustaría prepararte para responder una entrevista como esta, ofrecemos un curso en nuestra página cursosconfernando.com. En este curso encontrarás un orden de trabajo sin interrupciones que podrás estudiar a tu propio ritmo y a tus propios tiempos sin importar tu nivel de inglés. Además, contarás con el apoyo de nuestro equipo ayudándote en tu preparación. Recuerda, esta página es cursosconfernando.com. Continuemos con la práctica. Mucha suerte.
Are either of your parents U.S. citizens? What is your marital status? What is your spouse's full legal name? Can you please spell the first name of your spouse? Just the first name. Thank you. Is your spouse a U.S. citizen? How many times have you been married? Where do you currently live? Please spell the name of the street where you live. What is your previous address? How many years have you lived at your current address? Are you sure it's only been that many years? Okay. Who lives with you at the moment at your current address? Do you have any children? What are your children's names? Are you the biological parent of your children? Okay. Were your children born in the United States? Okay. Where do you work? How many years have you worked there? And what do you do at your job? What is your supervisor's name? And what is your employer's phone number? Okay. Now, in the last 5 years, how many times have you traveled outside of the United States? And in the last 5 years, what are the total amount of days you have spent outside of the United States? When was the last time you traveled outside of the United States? And where did you travel to? Why did you travel there? Are there any other reasons for this trip? What day did you come back to the United States on this trip? Now, please tell me, what is the first thing you plan on doing if you become a U.S. citizen? Now I'm going to ask you to please answer yes or no to the following questions. Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen? Have you ever registered to vote in any federal, state, or local election in the United States? Why not? Have you ever voted in any federal, state, or local election in the United States? Do you now have, or did you ever have, a hereditary title or an order of nobility in any foreign country? Have you ever been declared legally incompetent or been confined to a mental institution? What is a mental institution? Do you owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes? Have you ever not filed a federal, state, or local tax return since you became a lawful permanent resident? When was the last time that you filed your taxes? Have you called yourself a non-U.S. resident on a federal, state, or local tax return since you became a lawful permanent resident? Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with any organization, association, fund, foundation, party, club, society, or similar group in the United States or in any other location in the world? Have you ever been a member of or in any way associated with the Communist Party, any totalitarian party, or a terrorist organization? And what is communism? Have you ever advocated the overthrow of any government by force or violence? Have you ever persecuted any person because of race, religion, national origin, membership in a particular social group, or political opinion? Were you ever involved in any way with any of the following? Genocide, torture, killing or trying to kill someone, badly hurting or trying to hurt a person on purpose, forcing or trying to force someone to have any kind of sexual contact or relations, not letting someone practice his or her religion. Were you ever a member of, or did you ever serve in, help, or otherwise participate in any of the following groups? Military unit, paramilitary unit, police unit, self-defense unit, vigilante unit, rebel group, guerrilla group, militia, or an insurgent organization. Were you ever a worker, volunteer, or soldier, or did you otherwise ever serve in any of the following? Prison or jail, prison camp, detention facility, labor camp, or any other place where people were forced to stay. What is a prison or jail? What is a militia? Were you ever a part of any group, or did you ever help any group, unit, or organization that used a weapon against any person or threatened to do so? And what is a weapon? Did you ever sell, give, or provide weapons to any person, or help another person sell, give, or provide weapons to any person? Did you ever receive any type of military, paramilitary, or weapons training? Did you ever recruit, enlist, conscript, or use any person under 15 years of age to serve in or help an armed force or group? Did you ever use any person under 15 years of age to do anything that helped or supported people in combat? Have you ever committed, assisted in committing, or attempted to commit a crime or offense for which you were not arrested? And what is a crime? Have you ever been arrested, cited, or detained by any law enforcement officer for any reason? And what is cited? Have you ever been charged with committing, attempting to commit, or assisting in committing a crime or offense? Have you ever been convicted of a crime or offense? Have you ever been placed in an alternative sentencing or a rehabilitative program? Have you ever received a suspended sentence, been placed on probation, or been paroled? And what is arrested? Have you ever been a habitual drunkard, been a prostitute, or procured anyone for prostitution, sold or smuggled controlled substances, illegal drugs, or narcotics, been married to more than one person at the same time, married someone in order to obtain an immigration benefit, helped anyone to enter or tried to enter the United States illegally, gambled illegally, or received income from illegal gambling, failed to support your dependents or to pay alimony, or made any misrepresentation to obtain any public benefit in the United States? What is a habitual drunkard? What is prostitution? What is gambling? Have you ever given any U.S. government officials any information or documentation that was false, fraudulent, or misleading? Have you ever lied to any U.S. government officials to gain entry or admission into the United States or to gain immigration benefits while in the United States? What is a lie? Have you ever been removed, excluded, or deported from the United States? What is deported? Have you ever been ordered, removed, excluded, or deported from the United States? Have you ever been placed in removal, exclusion, rescission, or deportation proceedings? Are removal, exclusion, rescission, or deportation proceedings currently pending against you? Have you ever served in the U.S. Armed Forces? Are you a male who lived in the United States at any time between your 18th and 26th birthdays? Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States? What is the Constitution? What is the form of government of the United States? Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States? What is an oath of allegiance? Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States? If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States? If the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combatant services in the U.S. Armed Forces? If the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian direction? So I will go ahead and recommend your application as approved. However, it's important to understand that you're not a U.S. citizen yet. What's going to happen is you're going to receive a letter in the mail with your date and time for your oath ceremony. But up until that point, you're not a U.S. citizen just yet. It's important to remember that, okay?
Si te gustaría informarte de cómo son las entrevistas en la oficina que a ti te corresponde, dónde tendrás tu entrevista, te invito a que nos sigas en nuestro segundo canal de YouTube, Citizens Ahora. En este segundo canal ponemos experiencias todos los días de diferentes partes del país. Puede ser que una de estas experiencias te dé información que tú necesitas para tu entrevista. Así que no olvides, síguenos en nuestro segundo canal de experiencias, Citizens Ahora.